I'm live. All right, let's get all this situated. You can see me. It is about 5 o'clock here on the West Coast. So the name of this video, don't you just love hefty or profitable merchant fulfilled sales? Well, of course you do. Of course I do. Who doesn't enjoy a big sale, whether it's FBA or merchant fulfilled? Yesterday morning, I love that someone showed up for about 4 seconds and then left. I don't know what they expected to see. Um, so back to talking to myself. I could leave and just kind of let you look at the look at the room here, but I figure I'd talk a little bit about this, and then when more people come on, I'll probably repeat myself, but just a little bit quicker. So for you that are watching this in the future, not live, thanks for hanging in there, and thanks for watching. There's somebody. Hello. So of course you love big sales. Yesterday morning I had a big merchant fulfilled sale, one of the biggest ones I've ever had, and it wasn't life-changing, but it was significant enough that I felt that it was worth mentioning and just talking a little bit about merchant fulfilled, which is not something that I do a lot of. Oh, they left. Bye. Uh, but it is something that I do get steady sales from. And when I say steady, I don't mean daily. Sometimes I don't even get a sale a week, but I would say probably about a sale a week if you averaged it out over this year, possibly more than that, because I have had a good amount. Based upon how many I have listed, right now I have 207 merchant fulfilled items listed, which is nothing. I have double that on eBay, but at any rate, it is something that I like to do when I find some good items to list. So what I wanted to do for those of you out there who might not believe me, so in the past, hello, hi, one person has joined us, thank you. We'll see if you stick around. Oh, thank you. So since it is July, what is today? July 19th. So since July 15th, I've had 4 merchant fulfilled sales, which is, like I said, not very much. It's not a big part of my business, but it's extra, and these are items that I wouldn't be able to sell on FBA, or that I decided not to try on eBay, or they aren't worth it on eBay, especially if it's a book. A lot of books are not worth it. So I got 4 in the last 4 or 5 days. Okay, 1 second, Kelly. Let me finish this and we'll talk about it. So I wanted to show you guys, for those that are the non-believers or think that I'm exaggerating. So let me show here. Let me flip this around. Let me see, how am I going to do this? I'll do it like that. So here is my computer screen. You can see it. There's one sale. My first sale was for $12.95. This was a, let's see, I don't want to show the person's information, but it was a CD. And let me switch it back. Which was, I thought $12.95 was a nice merchant fulfilled sale. It's not huge, but I think it's pretty nice. I mean, if I had even a couple of those, excuse me, every other day, that would add up for sure. So that was pretty nice. And then my next one was a Warren Buffett and Charlie, I don't know how to say his last name, M-U-N-G-R, book called The Four Filters. So here, this one went for a little bit more as well, or it went for more. You can see there for $17.45, and it's the Warren Buffett book. Hold on, hang in there. So that was a nice sale for I thought that was pretty nice. I've had that book for a little bit, listed for a little bit, and then this one was more of the sales that I see sometimes. Let's see. Okay, this was a CD, David Sanborn CD. Whoops. That went for $5.45. Sanborn. And then the big one. Whoops. Have you guys heard of that? Which I'm not familiar with. It's called Highlander. I think it's a, I don't know. It's either a TV show or it was a movie or both or whatever. But this was like a soundtrack, and there was only like 3 or 4 listed, and all of them were listed for a lot of money. from a lot of money to ridiculous amounts. And so I went in as the lowest. And this was my big sale. You ready? Drum roll in your head. So it went for $149. And this was Highlander Series 2 audio CD. It had like four CDs in there, four jewel cases with four CDs in like a little box set. And as I was doing some of the other orders yesterday morning, that one just popped up, and I made that sale. Yeah, it used to be a series on TV. Okay, yeah, Highlander. I've heard it before. Yeah, I know. So it was a $150 sale, $149.95, and this was a CD that I pulled. Let's see. Yeah, I pulled out of a Gaylord a few months ago, and so it sat for a few months. And if you look on there now, it's the lowest price is about $150, and it goes all the way up to like $500. And I think there's only 3 other offers. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. I think it's my second largest merchant fulfilled sale. But when I saw it, when I pulled it out and then I looked it up and I saw the prices, I was surprised too. But some of them, you know, they're worth it to do merchant fulfilled. I have, like I said, mentioned earlier, of 207 currently merchant fulfilled items. I've been around 200 for a while now, and I get a trickle of sales, and those are big boosts right there. $150 sale off of an item that I paid basically like a nickel or 10 cents for at a Gaylord that had more than 1,000 CDs in it. So let's see. So my suggestion for anybody that wants to get into merchant fulfilled, whether it's for books or CDs or whatever it may be, is that you focus on the more, if you don't have much space and you don't want to have a ton of stuff, I would focus on the items that are worth $20 or more or going for that much. It's nice to get a $15 sale as well, even like a $12, $13 sale, depends on how low you want to go. But if you focus on the higher priced items, it's probably more worth it to you. Whoops. It's probably going to be more worth it to you. And if you don't have that much space, you don't want to have 200 items, maybe just 100 or so, whatever it may be, put it in your garage, or if you have a storage unit, or somewhere in your house, if you have a couple of bookshelves. So I would say kind of stay over 20 bucks if you want to try it out. Let's see. Yeah, I have 200 items, pretty low sell-through rate, but it's steady. And yeah, if you're gonna do CDs, it won't take up much space. If you can't do CDs, then you can do books. You know, it's kind of a idea of diversifying is definitely important. Whether it's you were just doing FBA like I was, and then I started to dabble in merchant fulfilled, and then I got into eBay. Diversifying is definitely important, especially with Amazon constantly making changes. It's always making changes, and there's nothing, and it's basically guaranteed that Amazon will make some sort of changes into the future. So it's good to diversify. And I know it's still on Amazon, but FBA has gotten more and more expensive. Not just the FBA fees, not just the long-term storage fees, and now it's the split shipments that are happening to a lot of people. So it's gotten more expensive. So you got to be careful with what you send in. So sometimes it's good to just keep an item, list it. You can list it quickly. It goes up within minutes. It's live, and then you can potentially get a sale and ship it out. So yeah, that's kind of the main gist of the video. Let me go back to the So Kelly's asking about Barbies and Hallmark ornaments. You're saying to sell them on Amazon? I'm not too familiar. I guess Barbie would be toys, ornaments. I'm not sure what that would be. I'm not too familiar with either of those, but let me see. Let me see if I can find. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find, oh, categories and products requiring approval. Jewelry, holiday selling guidelines, watches, music, sports collectibles. I don't know what. Yeah, that's true. There is a page that shows everything that is, what are the requirements? I can't find it at the moment. But yeah, if you try to list it, it'll probably, within Seller Central, it should show you whether you are able to list it or whether you need to get approval or ungated, and everything is different. I don't know. I think toys you could do if Barbie falls under toys. I don't know if it does. And the other one, the ornaments, I'm not sure what that falls under. I'm not too familiar with that stuff, but definitely try to list it and see what happens. People tanked eBay. Okay. Okay, so Kelly says still trying to figure out how to do shipping. Are you doing it within Seller Central? Because I haven't done it within Seller Central in a while because I use Accelerlist, which is like it's a third-party software. There's a couple different ones you can use, and it helps to organize things a little bit better. But yeah, shipping is kind of a beast if you have never done it before. I don't think I have any videos about how to actually ship. How to actually do the shipping process, but you might want to look online, look on YouTube. But shipping is basically, it's essentially you just put in your item into. Let me go here. Add a product. I mean, have you done a shipment yet? You essentially list a new product and then just follow directions to. It's kind of laborious to do it through Seller Central, but if you're new, it's good to learn that way. Kelly, if you're still here, have you done a shipment yet? Well, at any rate, let me know if you have. Oh, no, you have not. So but you're already signed up with Amazon, with an individual seller's plan, I assume? Because, yeah, unfortunately, oh, you're not. Oh, okay. Well, I would sign up first, definitely. You can get an individual plan, which is, well, technically free, but they charge you an extra, or they take like a 99-cent fee out of each sale. And then they recommend after 40 sales a month consistently that which I recommend, that you get the professional sellers, what do you call it? Account, which basically means that you're paying $40 a month and that 99-cent fee goes away. But start out with the individual one, or the free one, and then just try it out. I mean, if you don't have an account yet set up, I would do that first and then just start messing around in there and get together some items, because you can't access Seller Central if you don't have if you're not signed up yet. So do that first and then go in there and kind of see where things are, and go to add a product, and you can start. You can type in the product's name or the ASIN, the ASIN or ISBN or whatever it is to look it up, and then it'll pop up, and you can kind of figure out how to list things individually and see if you're able to list it, whether you're approved or not. You might not be, well, as a new seller, you're not going to be approved in the very many categories. There's some that require approval. That would be my suggestion. But yeah, basically that was the gist of Merchant Fulfilled for this video, just to kind of talk about my experience. If you guys didn't see it, my sale in the last couple days, I've had 4 sales: a $12.95 sale, a $5.45 sale, a $17.45 sale, and then I had a big one yesterday morning, which was $150. It was a Highlanders, that old TV show, soundtrack. Had 4 CDs in there. It was a box set. It apparently has a loyal following with very few available items. So there was only 3 other ones up there aside from mine, and all of them are going for over $150. I think all the way up to like $500 or something like that. But believe it or not, those kind of items are not that difficult to come across. The more that you source, whether you do bulk or not, even if you're just doing everything else but bulk, like the thrift stores, like the book sales, like the garage sales, like the estate sales, etc., or maybe online auctions, whatever it may be, and you're looking for books and you're looking for CDs, types of media type stuff, then it's going to happen. You're going to come across. I found those types of things. I mean, I found a what is it? Anthony Robbins. It was like book on CD. It was at an estate sale, and it was the whole thing brand new, still in the packaging. This was something that came out in the 90s, I believe. This was when I first started. I think this was in like 2016 or something like that. I'm pretty sure I made a video about it a long time ago, way back then. And I couldn't believe it when I looked it up, what it was going for. And then, you know, after that, I soon found out that those particular CDs, which I found more of in Gaylords, go for good money on Amazon and on eBay. And they only wanted $5 for it, and I ended up selling it for like I think it was almost $300 for like 290 something dollars. So so you never know. I haven't found something like that brand new that goes for that kind of money, but finding the Highlander CD that went for 150 was pretty close, and I paid way less than $5 for it. Probably not very much at all. So yeah, you'll find those kind of things. It's just a matter of getting out there and seeing seeing what's in your area, and if you get into bulk, you're definitely going to come across that kind of stuff. So yeah, so basically, if you guys have any questions or comments about Merchant Fulfilled, definitely let me know in the comments, but in the chat. But otherwise, speaking of bulk, yesterday I visited a new potential source for Gaylords, and this is a person who lives, or who has their business pretty close to where I live, and or much closer than my other source, but they only really have at the moment mixed media. So I'm probably gonna, it seems like that's kind of the direction that I've headed, is doing the mixed media, the CDs and the video games and the what do you call them, the DVDs. So we'll see how it goes. The price is a little bit higher than I've been paying in the past, but it's kind of got me motivated to potentially have someone help me out to sort through this type of stuff a lot faster. But it was a good, you know, connection, or nice meeting the guy and kind of seeing what he does. He has a pretty big operation and does Merchant Fulfilled, but also sells Gaylords off. So it's just, he's one of a couple of bigger sellers that I've found or been in contact with, made contact with since since I first found the first bulk source of CDs, which was when was that? That was the end of 2016, which it was a long time ago, almost 2 years ago, and he's no longer even doing Amazon, which is crazy because he had access to tons and tons of books. But everyone, I mean, it just shows you the changes, Amazon's changes. He was doing it for a while and had employees, had like half a dozen employees, and had the Gaylord dumpers, and had a warehouse space, like 4,000 square feet, and but he's no longer in it. So you never know. You know, it ebbs and flows, and Amazon's changes kick a lot of people out, or it's just too much for a lot of people. So that's probably why so many are doing Merchant Fulfilled these days. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. If I might make an order a couple weeks of some Gaylord, just have to create some more space, go through some more stuff in my what is it called? My storage unit, so that I can take on some more of that. But I'm at the end here of doing a shipment, and see, I've got all the piles. I've got 8 or 9 different warehouses, unfortunately, the split warehouses. That I got a lot of splits, but that's normal. About 8 is normal for me these days. But it's good profit though. I mean, on the all of the book, it's mostly books. There's some CDs in there. Went to a thrift store today, found a valuable PlayStation video game that I'm gonna list for $40. Got it for $1.50. That should be good. It's one that has a steady demand, and it has an increase during the holidays. So I priced it pretty good right there, about $40, which is like the second offer. And I figure even if it takes a few months to sell, it should sell at that price. So yeah, there's stuff out there. You just never know. I found another CD for $1.40 or $1.50 that is going for $25 pretty consistently. So it's just a matter of getting out there. I haven't hit the thrift stores in a while because I've been doing bulk, but since I went through all of the FBA stuff, or the stuff that I can send into FBA, I've been going back to thrift stores and one book sale just to keep on being consistent with my shipments, because sales have been really good lately. Not just Prime Day, but yesterday I had 13 sales. I'm not sure today, but let's see. 12 sales today, 13 yesterday. So yeah, so sales have been pretty good, and I just want to keep on. I want to keep feeding the beast, as they say, because I have 1,143 items in FBA right now in inventory. I think that's all of my last shipment has already been checked in. So this is the highest. Well, no, I had it about around here a few months ago, but that's kind of like the funny thing about FBA is the more you sell, the more you need and want to send in, because your inventory goes down. So I used to have a much higher inventory, but my sell-through rate was lower, so I kept on sending in inventory, but a lot of it would not sell quickly. So my inventory would grow, but my sell-through rate was not increasing and not getting better, and therefore I wasn't making as many sales. So it just kind of, it's better. It's much better these days, which is one of the good things. One of the few good things about all the increased fees for FBA is it's forced me to send in stuff that sells faster, and my turnover rate is probably 25 to 30%, depending. But I'll see for this month, because it was about let's see. No, it was like 30% last month. So yeah, it's like 30% or more a month turnover rate, which is great. When I was a couple years ago in 2016, when I had a much bigger inventory, I was under 10% for my monthly turnover rate, sell-through rate. And now with all the fees and focusing more on quicker sell-through rate, I've been able to increase that and get more cash flow and get through my items faster. There's always going to be a certain percentage. It could be 10%, it could be 15%, that is not going to sell as quickly as you think, or as quickly as I thought. But those are ones that you might just have to reprice, maybe wait a little bit, a couple extra months for it to sell. And if it doesn't sell by the 6-month period, unless it's going for legitimately a lot of money, I would say at least over 20 bucks, then you're probably going to want to get rid of it, drop the price, try to sell it, or remove it for sure, which you can do with Amazon and automatically remove it before the 6-month period comes up. But just try to avoid items that are going to take longer than 6 months to sell. It seems to me that Amazon likes sellers that have a fast monthly sell-through rate. So I think that's really important. And it probably has a lot to do, well, definitely does have, at least in part, something to do with the metrics and how they, Amazon looks at your account, whether or not they think you're in good standing, and that sort of thing. So I think that it's important to focus on that, not only with Amazon, but just to get your items in there and sell them as quickly as possible, while still making profit, of course, clearly. So yeah. So I appreciate you guys hanging in there. I gotta go pick up my kids. If you have any comments about Merchant Fulfilled, definitely leave them in the comments below. Wasn't able to make a video yesterday, but I wanted to make one today, even though it's a little bit shorter. But with that sale yesterday, excuse me, it really reminded me how important it is to diversify even within Amazon, within the products you sell, and FBA versus Merchant Fulfilled, and doing both of those, even if you're just dabbling a little bit in Merchant Fulfilled. A few bigger sales will make a difference, could definitely make a difference for you and give you a taste of what's possible with Merchant Fulfilled. Excuse me. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that my sale was a pleasant surprise when I saw it come in. When I looked at how much it went for, was definitely a good way to start the day. So thanks for watching, guys. Whether you're watching live, there's 3 of you, or whether you're watching in the future after this video has gone up on YouTube. Remember, please, to subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel, and make sure that you get the notifications when I go live. I'll be making another video tomorrow about a different topic, and hopefully it'll help you out. If you have any questions, and I will see you in the video tomorrow.